You know, yeah, it's shot. So Amy's pulling up. I can talk over that. This goes on for this. Where's my paper that says that? Okay, so this CD is vitally important to this center, because what you're going to have the kids do is listen to bird songs and start to try to name that tune. And there are 12 different bird songs total. And the CD, if you listen to the whole thing, is 10 minutes and 46 seconds. It's kind of long. So you might want to pick certain ones that you want the kids to hear. I think most of these are all birds that you'll see around Golden, or at least in this area. So what you really want to have the kids concentrate on is listening to the differences and being able to identify the differences between the birds. And so as you play the CD, there's two different bags. In here it suggested dividing everything into first, well, no, it doesn't. Never mind. Can we change the outline? Carrie told me to reread this. Surprise! Okay, so there's 12 different birds, and on the back of each of these cards, I can just hold these. Okay, it's okay. So, like, the first one is the American robin, and it tells a little bit about the bird on the back, and then the CD plays it. Go. Oh no. And it'll say on the first, there's three tracks on here, and the first one is this thing that went with insects, so you skip that. And then track 2 has all of these birds, and it identifies the bird. It says the American robin, and then it plays the American robin, and then it says that 2 more times, the American robin. And so it does that for all 12 birds. And then track 3 is.
So that's track 3.
So you're playing track 3
yep,
now?
Right now.
So track 3, it's not identifying them, and you want to use track 3 with bird song bingo. Or just to review it, if you want to, you don't have to play bird song bingo, but it's kind of a neat activity where the kids try to figure out, well, what bird is this based on what I just heard, and we've gone through it. So it's the American robin. You would bring seeds or crackers, and they could put that on that square for the markers. Or you could bring in pinto beans or something if you don't want to have the food part. Let's see the next one, your cheat sheet.
And I would
here we go.
Do we need to bring in like our own CD player on this one, or?
Most teachers have a laptop and a lot of teachers have CDs. So I would, as coordinators, talk to your teachers and see if there is one for your access. We don't have one on the shelf. I could put one on the shelf, but I'm not sure if it's quality.
Is there only one sector that needs it?
Yes. Yeah, just central one needs it. So this is the chickadee and the black-capped chickadee.
Do you know that any from cues on the card, or do you know that from?
So one of the CDs.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Track 2 on here. So you have the cards are your cheat sheet.
Right.
It's also on the cover of the CD.
Oh, what order they're in?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said track 2 says this is the robin. This is whatever, and then track 3 doesn't identify the bird you're supposed to be.
They're supposed to be listening for it, and trying to identify it based on what they've heard you play through. So the first time you played the track through, you're showing the card, you're talking to them about it, and it's in the song, the track is identifying it. The second time you played through on track 3 is when you play the bird song bingo game. And there's 2 different sets of cards. One has more, if you want to use that with the older kids, or if you've got rushed through everything and we're ready to go. And this has way more birds on it though, so if you haven't listened to a bunch of the birds, this would be harder. But they could guess, and you could kind of give them hints, or you could use it to just as another visual way to help them identify what they're hearing. Because the idea is that you're just supposed to be getting the kids used to what the different bird songs sound like, and the importance that they each have their own different song.
And with the younger kids, I would probably leave the track with the names on it, I would think. Yeah. And then they're gonna have a hard enough time just finding it on your bingo cards and stuff.
Yeah, no, and it does play the song 3 times,
Okay.
so that's a little bit more helpful. And
So that's 10 minutes, and then just track 2 to listen to all the
yeah,
12
to go
bird
through
songs
it,
is 10 minutes.
It's 10 minutes.
Okay, so we're just
So-
gonna stop early.
So yeah, so like you could fast forward through some of them if you feel the kids are getting it faster. Kind of just whatever feels like it's working for you, but the idea being again that you just want them to be exposed.
So we probably want to expose them to the ones that are on the bingo card, right?
Yeah.
Those
So
are
when
the
they
only
get to
ones that
that-
are on the track.
On the big bingo cards,
Well,
all 12 birds are on
looking at
there.
it.
On the small bingo
Oh,
cards, it's more haphazard, and I am.
Oh, it is, okay.
But is it a variety of all the 12 birds on the smaller bingo cards?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Does that make sense? Kind of.
And how do you, I'm sorry for being late, but is there gonna be a CD player that we play it on, or do we have to do it on the?
Hopefully, whoever's the class coordinator should check with the teacher, do they have one in their room, and if not, then.
Is that the best way you suggest?
That's what I would suggest.
And if they do have a laptop and it's already hooked up to speakers or a smart board or something, you can play it through that. But it might be disruptful, like to the whole class or something if that's going on, or maybe you just want to bring a
I'll bring
CD
a
out
CD
into the
player.
hallway or
I'll bring a
something.
CD player and I'll make sure
Okay.
it works.
Okay.
And I
it'll be on
have
my
one,
shelf.
but it's attached,
Just to make sure, 'cause I didn't think about that for different centers. We can't have it over the whole classroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's got to be loud enough where they can hear it. So if you did want to go out in the hallway or something for this one, that'd probably be good.
So in the outline, it also talks about getting the kids to listen to the songs and describe what they're hearing with words. And so, which is really a lot to do with Center, you do in Center 3. So go ahead and let them guess. I did, in a panic moment, go ahead and go through all of the ones that are on this CD and write it down. I'll type it better and laminate it by Monday. So, but this afternoon when I was going through, I was like, well, it's good to like see the words like, cause like the black-billed magpie, walk, 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 walk. Like how would you make that up in your head at the last second in front of a bunch of kids? That's kind of hard.
Right.
So, but if you have these words in front of you, you could kind of get them started and they can make up their own.
Which one sounds like?
Right? Yeah.
That's for a different center, the describing.
Yeah, there's a whole
The
nother
describing
center
is a
that has
whole other
that.
center, but in this center, it does ask the kids to try to describe the song with words that they're hearing. So here's the adult cheat sheet to get the kids rolling. Does that make sense to you?
We love the cheat sheets.
Look by those.
So that's pretty much it. You're listening and you're playing birdsong bingo and describing the song. And there is a book, I threw a book in this one, but it didn't have a specific place to go. So this would be one, if you want to pull it out, you can. This one is just the birds talking and the songs they will sing, and it's just, I mean, literally, there's no story. It's just birds and the sounds they make.